Hey guys, John Hendricks here, coming at you with another episode of The Drive presented by DraftKings Sportsbook here on Boot Crew Media. It's Wednesday. We got our first look at the Saints today in person. Tuesday was an estimated injury report. So Wednesday, obviously, it's a little bit more discouraging than anything, right? So let's kind of run through a little bit of the things that we know. Cesar Ruiz just recently got placed on injured reserve. Talked to Dennis Allen about it today on the conference call with the media. It's a Lisfranc injury, something that happened late in the game against the Falcons. It's going to take some time for him. That's unfortunate because he was really having a very strong season. One of the lone bright spots, somebody who's really improved his game a good bit. So Lisfranc injury, those are tricky, especially if you're a guard. You need that foot to plant in a lot of different things. And so it's just one of those that will take time. Don't really expect him to have him, even if they were to somehow squeak into playoffs or anything like that. But look, the plan from there, look, you have Calvin Throckmorton, who's been a guy that they've used at guard. You have Lewis Kidd as a guy that you could potentially use at guard, and they may have some answers in the practice squad if they choose to use somebody like a Josh Andrews or something along that lines, a veteran. But really going to be interesting to see how this team is able to use their basically the running game this up against Cleveland, and that's really what's going to be kind of the story. So the team is actually going to fly out after practice on Thursday due to some of the inclement weather. Last I checked, it was in the teens for game day. Real feel is going to be in negative degree. And the degreeage, I don't think that's really a word, but kind of like -9 hovering around there. So you can about imagine what that would feel like. And if you're in the stands and cheering on the Saints or the Browns, props to you, because that's a little bit too cold for my taste. And, I played hockey for a long time, so I'm used to a little bit of cold. But at any rate, so Ruiz is out. Obviously, that's unfortunate news. We'll see how they obviously can go about executing without him. So that'll be a huge test for some of these younger guys for sure. Now, as far as the injury report goes, main concerns offhand, Chris Olave, hamstring injury. So with him, one of the things I noticed on Sunday is he went into the medical tent. And so with him, it was one of those situations where he was there, came back out, was on the sideline. He looked like he was kind of a little bit visibly kind of not agitated, but trying to stretch some things out. But officially that he was somebody that's not practicing right now. That would be a tremendous loss. And the Saints also have Jarvis Landry, who popped up in the injury report today. Ankle injury, not practicing. Not ideal to be down two wide receivers. This team has not traditionally done that great as far as backfilling some of those spots. So that's definitely concerning. And obviously Pete Warner, a hamstring injury. And so with that one, not that I'm going to speculate, but, look, he was out of football for a little bit, comes back, the hamstring. That's something that, once you get in the full swing, those types of things kind of tend to happen. But, look, we'll have to pay attention to see how this all unfolds. We get one more look at the team on Thursday ahead of their game against the Browns for Saturday, which is scheduled for noon on CBS. Saints are in a do or die mode. We talked about it the other day about, less than a 5% chance of making the playoffs. But in order to do so, they have simply got to continue to win their football games and hope that some of the other things happen to fall in the dominoes. But none of it matters unless you win out. So we'll have to take a look and see who's going to be available on the team's final injury report and who's going to be out. As always, thanks to DraftKings Sportsbook for producing today's show. You don't forget to use that code BOOT to get your free promo, $200 up to $200 in free bets. Just use that code BOOT, DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm John Hendricks for Boot Crew Media signing out. Thanks.